notice a pattern in myself, and I tend to take goals and form them into the extreme. I'll show you. Let's go to Exhibit A. So I just crammed the entirety of a test in the 9 days, the Cloud Plus certification exam, and I just took it and I just submitted it. I have no idea what the answer is. I have no idea because they don't tell you until they figure out the grading criteria and all of that stuff. So I have no idea. Now for Exhibit B. As you may have seen these videos pop up, or maybe you haven't, like, why is she making a video every day for a year? And that is a great question. Sometimes it's a positive and sometimes it's a negative. I'm gonna give you a few examples. My goal, to start a YouTube channel and to make videos and get better at editing. The maybe normal goal I could have set was to make a video once a week. My brain went, make a video every day. I got into music. I was like, I've always been in music, but music production specifically. I'll make a song every day. I do it with everything. It seems to be a pattern in my life, and this is no different. This video challenge, sitting here at 9 p.m. on a Thursday after being at work till 7, taking a test and doing stuff. And it made me realize what kind of creative I am. Because there's different types of creatives, right? I am not consistent. I've learned that. I tend to make things in bursts and I stop. And I did that with music a good bit too, where I would make things in bursts and then I would stop. I'd make like 10 songs and then that's it. And I don't consistently work on things every day. So we're noticing a pattern here. This is how I'm forcing myself to do stuff consistently. Because otherwise, although I'm making these extreme goals and people may not relate, or they may, but I'm doing it because I know if I told myself to make a YouTube channel and to post every week, I would make it for a while and then I'd stop. But look, we're at day 53. The method is working. There's a method to the madness. I also know that I'm competitive and I basically compete with myself brain-wise, and I think that there's things that I could do better, and I kind of give myself these extreme goals to be able to like prove that to myself, if that makes any sense. And I'll spend time doing that. I'll give myself these extreme goals, and if I don't reach them, it's okay. But more often than not, I do, because I just challenge myself so hard that I'm like, there's no way I can't. Like, I will fail myself if I can't. And that may be toxic. I don't know. For like a passion project or something that's fun. But that's just how I am. So it's a challenge to myself, an extreme goal that I want to kind of get myself to do. See, I realize that the point of this video is to talk about the things that may be a negative in your life as a trait or something that you know you're like, and kind of turning it into a positive. I know I like to write. I know I like to overthink. So if I'm overthinking and it's kind of a negative, look at me now, making a list because I need to put those thoughts somewhere and kind of brain dump for a second. Same with the goals that I have. I know that I'm in extremes. I either am on the far side of actually doing something, or I'm closer to the extreme side of doing it all the time. And so this forces me to do what I'm gonna do by turning my negative trait into a positive one and turning it from being extremely overcommitted to determination, right? Might be a mindset thing. And I let things hold me back that I shouldn't have, because for the sake of transparency, I'm a perfectionist. I am someone who needs to perfect everything. I'm someone who reaches all these extremes. I am someone who is stubborn. I'm someone who can be overconfident, but also can be lacking in that as well. And I can second guess myself. And I realize that all of those things are just basic parts of being a human, you're never going to have full positive traits, and you let that stop you every time. I let not having a niche dictate whether or not I would make a YouTube channel or not. And I let other people's YouTube channels or ideas or the things they thought of influence what I was doing. And it took me till the end of 2023 to realize that you don't have to have one. You can do whatever you want. And it took me literally like 8 years to figure that out. You could post anything you want about anything you want. So in the hopes of being transparent and real about my honest goal, there's gonna be ups and there's gonna be downs. It's lofty for a reason. And the part of it is having a job. And in my last video, I talked about passion projects and having a passion project. And this is my passion project. This is something that whether 2 people watched it or 2 million people watched it, I'd be happy. And I'm glad that y'all came along for the journey. I have a lot of ideas coming up, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.